Alright, hey guys, how's it going? This is part 2 of the AI um, uh, beginner to advanced tutorial. So, before we get started on the new stuff, I want to show off some changes that I've made. Um, First, I put the second target point up here to see how he would navigate, and it was actually ticking again before he reached the point. So he'd come to like here and go back. So it wasn't actually allowing him to reach both points because the distance was greater than the delay that I had on the tick. So to fix that, what I went ahead and did, minimize this guy. I changed a few things in the AI patrol system, so I want to show that real quick. And I'll just kind of go through the beginning, and you could take a look at yours and see what's different. So we have the AI patrol custom event, which goes into a branch, and then we're checking to see if the AI character is dead. Then the next point, we're doing a branch and checking the isPatrolling variable, so make sure that's in there. Off of false, we're clearing the timer by function name, and we're setting that to AI patrol. That is for a system that we're adding in later on, or in a few minutes, I guess. And make sure the spelling is the same as this, because we're actually clearing this, so it's not being called again. On true, we have our delay, of course. And then we have our isRandom, so we can switch between a random point or the two points we have. And then you want to create a new variable called next point. It's a boolean. And by default, you want to set this to true. Plug that into a branch, then on the true, you want to flip-flop between what we had before, the get actor rolled rotation, to the AI move to. And then here, off of the execute, you want to set that to false. And then on success, you want to set it to true. Basically what this is doing is it's setting the variable to false, so no matter what, how many times it ticks through, it's going to be false until it's successful. And then it's going to be set to true, which will allow the sequence to go through the true again, hit the flip-flop node, and then we do the same thing over here, so it can go back to the first point. So if I go ahead and hit play here, we'll see that he's able to walk all the way up it. There's a delay, and then he's able to walk all the way down it. Okay? So let's go ahead and move on to the next part. So you want to add a component, add component AI perception right here, and then you want to set it up. So it'll basically look like this. We want to set the dominant sense to AI sight, add an array element, and then that'll look like this. AI sight config, click down, open up the sense, set the sight radius to 1000, lose sight radius to 1500, and then detection by affiliation, make sure all of these are checked on, and then under max age we want to set that to 3. Okay? And the dominant sense, again, AI sense sight. And then you want to go to your third person character, blueprints, and then on event begin play, you want to register perception stimuli source, set it to AI sense sight, and then set the target to self. This will register the player character to be able to be detected by the AI. Okay, so now we want to build our system here, which I already kind of did right here. So on target perception updated, we have AI perception. Basically how to get that is you click on AI perception here, and then down here you'll see on target perception updated, and hit the plus sign, and that'll add this. You want to grab a branch, and then grab your AI character variable, get is dead, get a not boolean, which is just type in not, and you want a not boolean. Don't grab this one, grab this one. And then plug that in. And then off of actor, you want to type in get class, this guy here. Off of here, just do 2 equal signs, so it's an equal class. Do the same thing again, get class, but this time you want to plug the player variable into the object, equal to, and then off of true, you want to set timer by function name. The function name will be search for player, 0.01 for the timer, and then you want it looping. And then directly after that, you want to set isPatrolling to false. So now down here, you want to add the custom event. Again, you hit T dot, add that, make sure you name it, search for player, and make sure the spelling is the same as how you put it in here. Again, another branch with this setup, you could just go ahead and copy these. And down here, you want to drag off of stimulus on perception updated. Drag off of that, type in break, AI stimulus, and then you want to do another branch to check to see if the character is patrolling. It shouldn't be, because when this gets called, you're setting it to false here, but just that additional check to make sure. And a third branch, and then off of successfully sensed, you want to plug in the condition for that off of the break. If you don't see it, just click this down arrow and it'll show up down there. Alright, so on this branch with successfully sensed, off of true, you want to do AI move to, and the target actor, you want to be the actor here. So just bring that down. And then off of false, you want to set is patrolling to true. You want to set next point to true. And then you want to set timer by function name AI patrol. Make sure the time is 1 and it's looping. The reason why we're doing this is because up here, where are you? On patrolling, if patrolling is false, it clears the timer. So this event is no longer being called anymore because we're not using it. You don't want it to continuously tick when it's not being actually utilized. So it clears it here. So we are setting is patrolling to true, which means we want the AI patrol system to be ticking again. Right? Alright. So if you go ahead and hit play, and we'll hit the apostrophe 1, 2, and then 4 to turn on perception, we'll be able to see this ring around the AI character. So now he sees me, he's chasing after me, and now let's lose him. We lost him, and now he goes back to his normal patrolling behavior. Go ahead and grab his attention again. Let's bring him all the way around here so I can show you. Okay, so he's all the way over there. So now he's going to run all the way back over to his patrol point again and go through the sequence. And that is getting the enemy to chase the player. It's pretty simple. And it's not using behavior trees or anything like that. So yeah, let's see. In the next video, I guess we can set up the character. We'll get some aiming set up, so the AI character will actually aim at the player, like do like a iron sights kind of thing. We'll give him a gun, and we'll get him actually firing at the player. So with that, actually, I want to quickly set up a health bar for the player. So go into variables on the third person character. We want to do health. We want to do max health. You make sure those both are floats. file save, and then on event begin play, you just want to set that to that, and make sure your max health is 100. We will open up the content browser, and let's create a new folder under content, widgets, open that up, right click, user interface, widget blueprint, and let's do UI underscore W. Double click that. Alright, so we're going to do a quick and easy one here. So let's grab a horizontal box, and then we're going to do an overlay inside of that. We'll do a progress bar and then a text. And let's just open this guy up here. We'll go across here and then fill. And then I kind of like where that is. So we're going to call this HP. And the progress bar we want to set as a variable. So we'll do health bar with a capital B, lowercase h, camel case, I guess you could call it. And let's set the color to red. Red, not purple. There we go. Okay, so now let's go to the graph. On event construct, we want to get the third person character. And actually, no, let's not do that. Let's do variables, player, var, and this will be of type third person character, reference. And we want to do expose on spawn and editable. And now, we'll do that after. So we don't want event construct. What we want is event tick. No, we're not going to do that. Let's get back our event construct. And we want to add a custom event, so t dot. Set stats. And set timer by, oh, no, not pause. Set timer by function name. We'll do reset stats, 0.01, looping. Okay. So now for health bar, oh, let's grab our player variable too. So for health bar, we want to set percent there, and then player var, we're going to get health, get max health. Okay, so the in percent here works between 0 and 1. So if you have 90% health, it'll be 0.9. So in order to get that value, we need to divide our max health, which is the overall value, by how much health we actually have. So divide float by float and go there. So like if we have 90 health here and our max health is 100, those divided by each other is 0.9. So that'll receive this and we'll have 90% health. Okay. And now, if you remember under player var, we said expose on spawn and editable. So now what we want to do is go over to our third person character. After we set our health, we want to create a widget. And we want UI, and you see the player var value comes there now. Drag off, type self, return value, add to viewport. And that'll be that. So now what we can do is run a test here. G keyboard. And let's just go ahead and grab our health. We'll set our health. Let's do a minus sign, float minus float. Let's subtract 15. And when it's pressed, it'll subtract 15 health. Just to kind of show it off. Alright. Control Shift S saves all. Let's hit play. And now if we hit G, you'll see we lose health. And now real quick, what I also want to do is set up a death function. And let's do a damage function while we're at it. Event any damage. And let's just go ahead and copy all of this. So damage, that'll be the amount subtracted. Let's highlight that. Any damage. And now we want to check health. So we want to do a custom event. Check stats. And we'll go ahead and do a branch. Let's do health if it's less than or equal to 0. Let's grab our character movement. Stop movement. Immediately we'll get player controller. Disable input. Let's put the player controller there. And let's grab our mesh. Scroll down. And let's set the collision preset to ragdoll. And then now we'll grab our mesh again. Simulate. Let's set. Type set simulate physics. True. And let's create a variable is dead boolean. And let's set that to true. Okay. So death, call that. Let's go up here and add begin play set stats. Let's do set vars create widgets. Begin play set vars create widgets, because that's what we're doing, you know. And well, we're also doing that, but that's okay. And excuse me. Temp damage. And I'm going to change the color of that to red. Alright, so let's test it out, yeah? I'm going to go over here. And we'll hit G. Oh! Haha! I forgot to call our check stats. That's my bad. So let's go ahead and do that. Set timer by function name. Name it the same thing. Check stats. Here, let me zoom in so you can see that. And that's a capital right there, I believe. Yep. An easy way of doing that is click the custom event, hit F2, and then Control C to copy it. And then you can just click in there, Control V, and that'll paste. So let's do 0.05. It doesn't have to tick as often. Looping. And there we go. So now let's try this again. Again, that's my bad. Alright. So now we're dead, and we can't move. And you can do some pretty fun things with this too. You can, let's bring it down to one more hit, and then jump! And send our guy kind of flying. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching, and in the next one we will begin setting up our animation systems and getting the aiming and iron sights and stuff like that set up. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.